It is the beginning of July 2017. This is Movies Are Real, a monthly movies podcast where we look at the month before, and since it is the beginning of a new month, July, we're going to talk about the month of June, the movies of June, and what we're looking forward to next month in July. I am your host, George. I'm here with Long Shorts, Ryan Lance.
That's my name. Everyone calls me that.
And Carrie Lyles with the blue tongue.
That's true.
If you listen very closely, you will hear the blue tongue. Look out for it. It adds a certain palate to the pod.
This podcast is brought to you by Sonic.
Mm-hmm. So yes, we're going to talk about June 2017, the beginning. Well, actually, is summer starts at the end of June, or is
summer technically starts at like June 21st.
That's what I get, like the end of
solstice.
June. Okay.
But like in terms of movies, the summer month starts at May. Mm-hmm. That's when the summer films come out.
And then March has some, and then April's got nothing. Yeah. For some reason, March is now, but that's it.
I think just as a precursor, we should let people know we didn't see Transformers.
Oh, thank God!
We didn't see Despicable Me 3, and we didn't see Cars 3. So all the people who are waiting for our takes on those should just leave now.
Every movie that I wanted to watch, you guys were so against.
Sorry, Ryan.
Carrie, come on. If we saw the 5th Transformers with the Nazis and Mark Wahlberg...
What? Did you read a plot synopsis for Transformers the last night?
Yeah, there's Nazis in it.
Oh, that's
in
cool.
the movie, like, Transformers have been around since, like, the dawn of time, and they were, like, part of, like, the Knights of Old Republic and also, like, World War II with Nazis or something
Wait,
like that.
so does that mean the Decepticons were Nazis during that period?
I don't know. I just read, like, one review, and who was like, this is terrible, and I was like, oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Our friend Zach, spoilers maybe, I don't know, but he told us about how... What's the planet guy?
Unicron.
He said that Unicron was Earth.
Oh yeah, I read that.
What? Are you for fucking what? Oh my fucking God! Oh, I'm so angry.
I remember that now. Yeah.
See, we have the same level of anger. We didn't even have to give that movie any more money. just sullen faces of depression and disappointment.
Wonder Woman was a movie that we saw in the beginning of the month, and boy, it feels like forever since this movie came out. Mostly because I feel there's a lot of movies we saw this month. And yeah, Wonder Woman, I think everyone here was really, I think we were hopeful.
Yes.
It's been such a long fucking time. But I remember us being very hopeful. And I think, for the most part here, this group of people were positive about it. At least not extremely negative about it. The way one would feel towards, say, Suicide Squad or Batman vs. Superman.
For sure.
Yeah.
I
mean, there was nothing, like, at least for me, that was groundbreaking about it. Like, I mean, first, like, female superhero movie, that was awesome. But, like, nothing about it, like, to its core felt, like, crazy. It was just, like, a solid, like, good movie. And, like, almost like they should have started with this and not with...
Yeah.
Because, like, this feels so simple. But, like, with both Suicide Squad and Batman v Superman, they started off this franchise so, like, let's just... all out of the gate, go all out.
And complicated, and like,
This was just like, oh, she was in World War One.
Mm-hmm. And also, I don't think I need to preface it that this is the Wonder Woman movie, so it's the movie with Wonder Woman, so I don't think you need that much backstory.
You know Wonder Woman.
Who?
Tell me more.
She is a woman from the Amazonian island who was made out of clay.
Was she? The Mascara? I don't know how to pronounce it.
I don't know.
The Wonder Woman, like, origin stuff, like, I always got confused. Just
right.
It was,
which this movie's part origin and then an original
adventure,
story as well. And I think it does a good job of doing both of them. The origin is like the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
And once you get into the main story, I kind of forgot that there was even an origin. And it didn't seem like it was... It felt very disconnected in a very good way that I liked. Mm-hmm. It seemed like the preface to a book. Like, okay, and like, let's go into the story.
She's off on her adventure, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I feel pretty positive about it. I don't think there's anything like groundbreaking. I think it's a superhero movie.
It is, and it's also weirdly similar to Captain America.
It is.
Yeah.
I think it's better than Captain America.
It is definitely better, but that doesn't take much. It's just very weirdly similar.
The best things for me, I'm not. I think I said last podcast, I'm not a big Chris Pine fan. But I thought Chris Pine is fantastic in this movie.
Really?
Chris Pine's
I think he's great.
I love Chris Pine, but I did not like Steve Trevor one bit.
Okay,
so I did not get their romance at all. Like I did.
I'm not crazy about.
He has dreamy eyes.
Yeah.
I would fall in love with
all
him too.
You need.
That I didn't get, yeah. But the thing I liked about him, he added a sort of weight that you could tell like he fucking cares and he's scared and he's like, I have to do this because people are gonna die and it's the right thing to do, and he's not doing it because he's like a superhero. He seems like he's a good person. There's a genuineness that I've never seen in like the Marvel movies. Like I felt like, yo, lives are at stake, and like well, it's also kind of a dark because the main it's like not sulfur. Is it what kind of gas is it? But anyways, I think it's some sort of gas made out of hydrogen. No, I can't remember.
It might have been sulfur. I think you might.
But it's a chemical gas that they're developing, and they're trying to stop it. And Chris Pine's all really sells like how devastating it is in the way like. The MCU has had these fucking giant alien things, and like you see buildings fucking collapsing and all this stuff, and I never felt the weight.
That's true, especially in like Captain America, the first Avenger. Like in that, the Nazis had space guns.
Yeah,
and like it felt so like, what is happening here, and why do I care? There's space guns in the 1940s, but in this one, they're just scared of fucking mustard gas.
Yeah,
and yeah, mustard gas is terrifying, especially back then. And that like realism like really like puts you into it.
And it's also that it's World War I, and it's sort of a war. It's between like before what you picture, because
it's a very complicated.
It's a complicated war with new technologies that fucking suck ass, and like a shit ton, and like it's kind of a war. No one fucking gained any ground, and like it's all fucking garbage. And then it continues into World War. Yeah, until Wonder Woman came in.
There's a joke you can probably make there.
Yeah. Wonder Woman then came in and like jumped in front of the vehicle where Archduke Ferdinand, and that stopped World War II as well. But no, I agree. I don't think the romance part with Chris Pine, but I think he sells it, and I think Gal Gadot. She's just a really great lead. I don't think she does anything phenomenal. She's just a really cool, positive sort of hero. She fills in the role of a hero very well, I think. But yeah, I think I didn't think Chris Pine would do anything for me, and I didn't think Gal Gadot would do that much for me. But I think they did a very, very good job with this superhero movie. I think more than I could say for someone like Ben Affleck. Well, I like Ben Affleck.
Yeah, and I liked his performance, but
yeah. Carrie,
come on, man.
What do you got to say?
I just wanted to say about the ending. So I guess this would be spoilery, but because she has this naive view that she's like, oh, Ares is the cause of all this war and turmoil. We have to defeat him, and then the wars will all stop. And Chris Pine's like, that's kind of not how things work around here. And for some reason, I don't know, just my own naivety, I guess, I was like, wow, they're going to end it like that. That's going to be a real message. And then fucking Professor Lupin's like, nope, I am our Ares. Look at me, big stone monster man. Let's have a big end of Batman v Superman battle again. It's like, oh.
Yeah, I guess. I think that's fair.
So the ending was kind of like, point.
That's fair.
That ending battle was definitely like better than like the one in Batman v Superman.
I think so,
but, like,
sure, yeah.
The thing with this movie is Gal Gadot and Chris Pine, they were like the two leads, like they were great, but like I didn't care for like any of the side people at all.
No.
So like when there was that reveal that, oh, I'm the villain, I was like, who? And like that other guy, like he's from American Horror Story, and he was the Axeman. He axed a lot of people, so I was like, I can't wait to see the Axeman get all glowy-eyed and start beating people down. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
But that didn't happen. He was just a guy, and also his powers, I hated that.
I don't remember.
He would sniff gas and he would become like super
strong.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
I forgot about that. I thought you were talking about Ares. I was like, oh yeah.
Which they never explain. Like, so there's this. Is it what's her? Was like they call her Dr.
Poison.
Dr. Poison
or something like that. And
Dr.
she makes
Doom.
this like, she makes this sort of chemical for this.
Mustard gas is terrifying, but this chemical, when you like inhale it, it temporarily makes you like super strong.
I guess.
And it makes your veins glow.
I guess.
That's how you know it's working. I didn't like that.
Yeah,
that was weird.
That was bizarre. I was like, wait, what? Okay, what's going on?
This is a different movie already.
Yeah, I don't know. I at least like that Professor Lupin, he at least had a good villain-ass monologue that I could really buy into. He's all like, the humans, they are...
I didn't even do anything. I just had to whisper to them. It's like,
but then the whole time I'm just saying, who?
Who are you? But yeah, that turnaround where it was like, oh wow, we have a really profound message here. Just kidding.
I think that's fair, and I think I did feel that, but I think I forgot about that. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I think the ending worked for me, and I don't know. I think I liked the spectacle of it.
Yeah, the spectacle was.
It's better than Batman vs.
Superman.
I
mean, it was all madness green screen. But
like,
it was fun because like the lead up to it was fun, but with like Suicide Squad and Batman vs. Superman. the lead up to that was just people like running around with like,
in the dark,
like screaming about their moms. It's like, come on, guys.
But yeah, that is a good point, and I thought that would have worked for the movie if they would have gone with that, especially like the sort of tone, because out of again, it feels like a pretty grounded superhero movie. But I think that's fair. And I don't know, I don't think I have much to say about Wonder Woman. I think it's good. I saw it twice, and I really like it still. I think it's fun, and I think it delivered on what we hoped it would do. I think I like it a lot more than most superhero movies. And I can't really say why. I really do think it's those moments of genuineness that sell it for me and ground it for me. I don't know. Ryan, I forget, you were like, eh.
I'm in the middle of the road here. Like, it has really good moments. I like Gal Gadot. But, like, there's some stuff that, like, it feels like it doesn't, like, do a lot of, like, interesting stuff plot-wise. And then it has those weird, like, magic moments where there shouldn't really be magic moments. And then also, I don't get, like, why she wasn't allowed to go back to the island.
Yeah, that was weird. I didn't get, like, you could go back. I don't know why you're not banished. That was weird.
Because, like, my favorite, like, I really like the island, and I feel like they didn't really explore that a lot. And also, I didn't understand, like, her powers. Yeah. Like, it sounded like her powers...
Yeah.
Her powers awakened, like, when she clashed her wrists or something. And then she could do, like, a shockwave. It's like, okay. And now you can... fly a lot, I guess.
And when Ryan means the island, we mean the island where Wonder Woman comes from.
Yeah.
When she grabs the so-called God Killer.
Oh yeah, that was also really obvious. That
that was kind of obvious. And there's this moment where like
the mom's like, she like looks at the sword, like, oh, that's the God Killer. The mom's like, yeah, that's the God Killer. All right.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there anything else to say about Wonder Woman?
It's good.
It's a good film.
I like it a lot. I think a lot of the praise around it has been a little too much.
It's hyperbolic a little bit.
I get why people love it.
Yeah, no.
Because people wanted to love it, and now that... Oh, it's good! Okay, cool. Awesome. So
the expectations were pretty low.
Mm-hmm. Sure,
especially after that last DC EU. So
but the weird thing is that... Because this movie before it, I think I would say most people got this trailer. It was the Justice League trailer.
Yeah.
And... tonally, there's such a giant contrast.
Yeah.
It don't even seem connected at all. I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see more. I don't know.
That's the theme with all their movies. They're all so tonally different. It's weird.
And that's this year, huh?
That is this year. That's November.
Oh man. Anyway, speaking of superheroes,
let's talk about the real superhero, Carrie.
Let's talk about the last... I'm not going to do... I was going to make an underwear joke, but I was like, nah, I can't.
Carrie saw Captain America. My voice squeaked there. Carrie saw Captain Underpants. George and I really liked the books when we were young, but we never saw the movie because we just...
It's DreamWorks and...
I never read a single Captain Underpants
But
book.
Carrie saw the movie, so Carrie lay
And also,
it on
Captain
me.
Underpants is this book that's extremely childish. Like, Poopy Toilet Man. You gotta punch the Poopy Toilet Man.
But, like, the joy of it was just, like, it had, like, that flip stuff.
Yeah.
There was action. It's like, ha, ha, ha. My 7-year-old mind can barely comprehend this.
So, Carrie, how is this movie... how is this movie sitting at an 80% Rotten Tomatoes? And how... like,
I didn't know that.
It is. It's wild. So, yes, lay it on me. Captain Underpants, I assume they get the little hypnotic ring from the little magazine thing over the phone thing, and they do the thing to the principal who's being a dick to Ed Helms and fucking Kevin Hart.
Say that.
Well, Ed Helms is the principal.
Right, my bad.
Thomas Middleditch and Kevin Hart are the two kids.
Mm-hmm. So, how does it good?
How does it good, Carrie?
How does it good?
A lot of the jokes I thought were fine and they were funny. It feels like genuine and wholesome without trying too hard, but while still like the main core message of the movie is like loosen up and laugh at stuff, and I enjoy that message. The plot is basically that the principal has had it and he's gonna put these two kids in separate classes,
right?
And that's like, even though they're next door neighbors, that's like the end of the world for them. They're like, we're never gonna see each other again. This is the worst day ever. But it's just a lot of funny goofs with it. And then while he's still Captain Underpants, they're trying to get him to still be the principal. And then he hires this very obviously evil science teacher.
Yeah, this little small guy with the crazy hair.
He's voiced by Nick Kroll.
Yeah, I forget his name. Is that the Professor Poopy Pants guy?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
and he hates the laughter of children, and his main plot is that he wants to get rid of this globule that's inside all of children's brains to make them all just humorless.
Huh.
And so it's a war on humor from Professor Poopy Pants, because his whole life he's been laughed at because his name is Professor Poopy Pants.
And with that Professor Poopy Pants, I would imagine, because it's a lot of lowbrow humor in that book.
Yeah.
And how does the movie... I assume they deal with it well, because people say it's a good film.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, does it...
Again,
Is it not
it's been a while, so I don't remember
Okay.
a lot of the specifics.
Does it
like,
avoid
jokes
being
about
cringy, at least?
I
We're not-
didn't cringe at it a single time. I don't know. I thought it was funny and charming, and I just like the message of, yeah, sometimes humor is lowbrow, but you can still just laugh at it. You don't have to uphold your snooty stuff about it. But I just thought it was fun, and it's one of the most like age-wise diversive groups I've ever seen in a theater. Because I went with our friend Greg, and we were sitting next to like an older couple, and then there were children, but there's just like so many different people, and the entire theater was laughing at all the jokes, and it was just a nice experience.
No, okay.
And they did include the Flipperama stuff, like
Really?
during the big battle, because I didn't know what you guys were fucking talking about when you were saying
okay.
that, but then in the big battle, they're fighting a giant toilet,
Right,
and
yeah.
they're like they suddenly switch to, because the whole perspective is from the two kids telling the story and writing about it in comic books, and he's like, and then we ran out of budget, so we'll do the rest of this battle in Flipperama, and then they like shows the book on
I
the,
like that.
That's
on
cool.
on the screen, and they're like, and lasers, and then there were dolphins. Why are there always dolphins?
Okay, gotcha.
It was just a nice movie, and I enjoyed it.
Okay, that's cool. So this movie, I'm pretty sure in the title they played the first
epic movie. Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's the setup for a sequel is pretty shoehorned in.
I don't remember if they sequel bait at the end, but I hope I would go to more.
Okay. Well, I'm surprised.
You guys should check it out if you have like a. I don't know if you'll like it or not, but if you like Captain Underpants, like, because Greg's a huge Captain
Is
Underpants
he?
fan,
Okay.
and he
For me,
enjoyed
it's
it.
really distant. I don't know about you, Ryan. Like that, it feels such a long time ago.
I remember liking them.
Yeah, me too.
I don't remember much about them.
Mm-hmm.
I remember my favorite one was like the one where like you drew your own stuff in it.
Yes, I remember this.
That was a good book.
Yeah. And Jordan Peele plays this humorless kid, and so it's really funny to hear him be like, "Why is that funny? I don't get the joke." And so then Professor Poopy Pants like.
Is he like a sidekick or?
Yeah, he becomes his sidekick.
Okay,
pretty
that
much.
sounds
It's
about
funny.
right. All right, well,
Good
that's
stuff.
good to know. I'm pretty much shocked. I think that's the best movie
And
DreamWorks has done in a
And
while.
it does, I guess other DreamWorks movies have done this, but I haven't seen a lot of the more recent DreamWorks movies. But it bridges into different types of animation. Like there's a sock puppet segment that I thought was funny. And so it just like does a lot of cool form things.
I'm trying to think what's the last DreamWorks movie I saw at a movie theater, or even just saw, and I think it might be.
Despicable Me 2 for you.
That's not DreamWorks, dude.
It's not DreamWorks.
That's
That is
Illumination.
Illumination. That's true. I get those two. I get those guys confused all the time. Don't know why.
I mean, they're pretty. Oh, actually, they have.
I feel like their humor is very similar.
Yeah, I think Illumination draws humans less gross. I don't know what. Like DreamWorks draws them very bulgy and very round. Yeah.
What are the Croods?
They're making a sequel to that, I think.
Nice.
Nicolas Cage is back.
Nice.
Emma Stone, and that's all I remember.
That's all that's on the poster.
Anyway,
Kid is back. Oh, it must be the Croods.
tonally shifting to a very, very different film. I think we were very anticipating this film. It Comes at Night. I guess I knew a little bit more going into it, but the
I
marketing.
knew almost nothing.
Yeah, the marketing. Boy, the marketing really threw some people off, almost to the point of being extremely, extremely upset. If you go
It's
to
almost like when we left the theater, everyone was yelling.
Well, I don't know about it. I think our theater got it. Well,
There were those two guys walking out in front of us. They were like, "It's got like a 6.9 on IMDb. Like if they had advertised it this way, then."
Yeah, okay. Because
I had friends who had also seen it, and they're like, "Oh, I
yeah,
hate it."
a bunch of people were pissed about it. Like 824's Twitter account, everyone's it was like another because they tweeted out a ghost story is not a horror movie. It's this blah 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 blah. I was like, you should have said that before It Comes at Night. Swish, done, got him, bam, knock it out of the park.
Man, that guy really felt good, didn't he?
Yeah. But yeah, so It Comes at Night. It is not really. It is more of a suspenseful thriller with Yeah, it's just a suspenseful thriller. It's not really a horror movie as the marketing made it seem. To be fair, I think it's a hard movie to market to get people interested in. And I think the first trailer, at least they did, the one with the panning from the painting, was very good. And I don't think that it captured the tone of that movie, and I think it was a good trailer. I think all the trailers were good. Honestly, I know we're not focusing on the movie right now.
It's really easy to misinterpret.
Absolutely, you can misinterpret it's a really tense horror movie.
Well, and I mean, the movie is called It Comes at Night.
Yeah,
so if you hear that, people
true.
are like, oh, what does it come at night?
What comes at night? Yeah. Exactly. Who is the titular It? It turns out.
It's Pennywise.
It comes at night. Yeah. It quotes. And also the posters of this dog, and he's staring out into darkness, and it's like it's a beautiful poster.
That's my favorite poster of all time. Poster. I want it as wallpaper in my house.
But yeah, I guess if you don't want. Spoilers. Here's the synopsis of the movie. The movie is about this family that lives secluded in the woods. And we live in a sort of post-apocalyptic world, but it seems like it's a post-apocalyptic world. A week or two has passed, or at least a month or so has passed by, because people still have stuff like gas and this family has pretty much been in the woods farming and all this stuff, fending for themselves, and they've been doing pretty good without any trouble. And that's why I assume it's relatively recently, because
it's recent enough that people still have those things, but it's far enough in that this family has a really strict routine and really strict rules, and they know what to do. And
recent enough when they have the conversations with, which what focuses on the story, is they have an intruder one night. And then they get to know him, and they get to know his family. And when they first have a conversation, they talk about okay, have you been in the city? And he talks about when shit just got bad. And I feel like most about that's such a he described they talk about it like it happened relatively recently, not like the thing when the outbreak
back
started.
In the day, yeah.
And so yes, it's not straight up zombies. It's this weird sort of infection.
They're not even zombies. It's just an infection.
An infection. And in fact, they don't even go. Contagious. They don't even go frenzied or anything. They're just it's contagious and it's bad. And the movie doesn't explain really any of that. And honestly, because it's not really that important.
Need to.
That's not that important.
It's about surviving.
It's a movie about that. So when we get to meet this other character, we see how the two family dynamics work. And when something bad happens, how they react. It's sort of a movie about when fight or flight kicks in, and you just okay, I need to
family.
Sure, it's about family.
2017, the year of family.
With that setup, I think it kills it. I think it's a very, very, very. I think it's still tense.
You especially.
I fucking love that.
All of us. I think.
And then I saw it the second time in wine with Donna Joe, my significant other, and it was kind of boring, but only because I knew it was happening, and so the tension was gone. Because there is a lot of moments of just it doesn't meander, but. It's just really tense. I don't know.
It's just a slow camera moving through things, or just lots of build up to moments, and so. And I can see. I only watched it once, but I can see how on a second viewing, because I was super tense the first time I watched it.
Because it's always what is this leading to? Mm-hmm. That's how it always is. When you know what that is, it's just a dog. That's oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And I lost my train of thought. But
you were kind of bored on a second viewing.
Yeah. And also I can see it's weird because usually I can see this movie's meandering and blah 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 blah, and I can see how it's interesting. But man, this movie really, I don't know. I think it does a fantastic job of really grabbing you and making you care because. I don't know. I don't think it's that long, so I was really surprised when people were that upset with it. Yeah. It wasn't 2 hours and a half long, and there are some spooky things, but maybe because people could never figure out what it was and where the movie was going
maybe
to.
It was inside of all
maybe we're The Walking Dead after all. Oh man. Yeah. And there's the movie primarily focuses in on one of the youngest of the group, the son. Of the group with the farm, the main group, and we kind of see the movie through his eyes and kind of the dad's as well. It's sort of this father figure who's super hell bent on protecting his family, and I would say there's sort of a cliche of the sort of father who like goes too far and doesn't know where to cross the line, but I feel like the movie does a good job of, for the most part, painting him pretty reasonably. It just seems, because he just has to do what he has to do, it just kind of seems heartless. I think the last scene with the shotgun kind of makes you like, oh, maybe he's bad, but I still felt like he was justified, and I think they did a good job with him. Yeah, I don't know. I'm rambling on about this movie. Does anyone else have anything else to say on it?
I mean, yeah, it was good. The stuff with the kid, I liked the stuff with the kid the most, just because it was all like, because he's like 14 and he's on this like he was like 14, right?
Yeah, he was pretty. I would say, I mean, it's hard to buy into because the actor seemed way older, but yeah, he was about that.
So like that's like a weird age to begin with, and like dealing with all this stuff, and like a lot of the movie, there's quite a lot of scenes that are just like his like anxiety of like what's happening like outside of the world, and like he's afraid that he might catch something and like he might ruin everything for everyone else. So it's just interesting.
Yes.
Those dreams were like, they were really good. I felt they were a little too jump scary.
Yeah, that's most of the stuff what they got from the trailer that was like the spooky stuff.
Yeah.
The stuff with the grandfather who passes away.
I totally bought into them and I love them. I just felt like they should have led up to something at the end. I love the ending, but like the tone of like the dreams and like the movie are so different.
They're so abstract. They make you ask questions, but they never. I don't even think that. Maybe they never. I don't think they never meant to ask. I don't know if they meant for you to feel that way. But watching again, I was like, oh, they never go with that anywhere. He just kind of has these dreams because he's just kind of scared and he doesn't know what's going on.
Which is totally understandable.
That's totally
like,
understandable.
If that was happening in the real world, like you would also probably have nightmares of catching this contagious disease that fucks you up.
But then again, watching it, I was like, okay, I can see how people think, oh, this is leading up to something.
Right. Yeah, I totally get people who are like, I do not like this movie. Like, I get it.
Yeah,
but like I love.
I kind of not as much as I think it's fantastic, but
I love the suspense-driven stuff in this movie so much that like I can forgive if the trailers made me think it might go into a different direction.
And who was our leading man?
Joel Edgerton.
Joel Edgerton's so fucking good in this movie. Holy shit!
I love him.
This is the second movie I've seen from him. Well, man, I feel like the last thing I saw of him was The Gift. Has he done anything significant?
He was in Jane Got a Gun.
Oh yeah, that didn't light the world on fire though.
No, I didn't see it. I was just considering it because it had him in it. He was in something else, I think.
But yeah, he is so fucking. It's totally, man. Joel Edgerton's fucking real good.
It's great.
It made me kind of like, man, I should watch The Gift again, man. Which is,
or you could watch The Great Gatsby again.
That's a thing you can watch that.
Ryan, your face doesn't translate on our audio podcast.
Yeah. Oh shit, the joke's back.
Or what was that Egypt that Moses and
in.
Yeah,
the one that's not Gods of Egypt. Watch Gods of Egypt instead.
Oh man. Speaking, I think we're done with It Comes In. I think it's great. But speaking
of Gods of
Egypt, and speaking of a new world of gods and monsters, The Mummy. Brendan Fraser, everyone loves. No, just kidding. I wish. Carrie, you saw The Mummy reboot, which is the first entry in the dark universe.
The dank universe.
Which was originally first started by Dracula Told, but then they scrapped that.
Just kidding.
Shit. Throw it away. We got something much better. Damn it.
Yeah. So yes, this movie didn't get a warm reception.
People were upset that it was being made, and they were upset when they saw it.
That it was terrible.
I saw like maybe one or two people that I know who liked it. They thought it was a fun action movie, because this is kind of, well, the last Mummy movies with Brendan Fraser were fun action movies. I think more emphasis on the fun.
They were more fun. This is more...
this sort of has a self-serious tone to it. So Carrie, tell me about The Mummy.
Carrie, stop shaking. I know it's a scary movie.
Was so stupid. Like, they set it up where Sophia Boutella is the lady mummy, and she wanted to be in charge, and she was gonna be in charge.
What's her name? The mummy's name, by the way. Did they say? Amatet. Okay, so it's not.
And
not a Naxunamun from the last Mummy movie.
But she wants to be in charge, but then the dad has a son, so then she's like, "Fuck this," and she kills everyone, and she needs to summon Set, the evil man, to rule all of Egypt, and then they're like, stop it, and then they mummify her and bury her in this prison.
Okay.
And then Tom Cruise and his buddy are antiquities looters or something. Tom Cruise puts it in some way. Basically, they go into these
They're
towns
tomb raiders.
Maybe. But they take artifacts, and then there's this lady there who Tom Cruise has a past with. They have a minute-long scene where she implies that he doesn't last long in bed, and he's like, what? And then they go into the tomb where the mummy lady is, and there's all these statues facing inwards, and this expert lady brings out her tape recorder, and she's like, the statues are facing inwards, and she's buried in a tub of mercury, thought to keep in evil spirits. And then she's like, this isn't a tomb, it's a prison. And then Tom Cruise shoots a chain, and then they have this whole elaborate thing rigged to keep her in, but he just has to shoot one rope, and then the sarcophagus comes out of the pool of mercury, and then they're like, let's bring it back, and then the plane crashes.
What could go wrong?
But
Then
Carrie,
all this shit goes to shit.
how the fuck does she have superpowers?
She's a mummy.
She's a mummy.
Because she
Because she was trying to bring back this god.
Yeah, she did this ritualistic sacrifice of her family to get this evil god, and she had some fucking knife or something, and it got split into pieces, and they have to reassemble this knife to stop her, or she wants to reassemble the knife. I wasn't paying attention during this movie, I'll be honest. But, yeah.
Okay.
Dumb.
So at some point, Tom Cruise gets superpowers.
Wait, what? Does he get superpowers?
well, okay, so...
That's from what I understand.
They're on the plane, and the mummy starts... I don't remember how it happened, but his buddy gets possessed and dies. I was like, oh, thank God, he was annoying. But then he shows back up as a ghost for most of the movie, and it's... I saw this comparison afterwards. It's completely the same thing as an American Werewolf in London, where his dead friend just shows up and is the comedic relief the entire movie, except he's not funny. And they have to... The mummy lady escapes and starts sucking the life out of people and turning them to make herself become more human-like. And she chose Tom Cruise. That's right. She needs a chosen one to she falls in love with to do
and
something.
She saw 50-year-old crazy
picked
man
Tom
Cruise.
And so the entire time he's having... So that's why they made the mummy a woman, so that the entire time Tom Cruise can have these visions of this hot mummy walking towards him. He can be like, damn. But,
hell yeah, what if this movie's terrible?
But I don't remember most of the movie, honestly, because I purged it from my mind.
Wait, so what's her motivation?
She wants to rule everything and get back at people.
Haven't you ever been that way?
That's
her?
Garbage.
I might be butchering that, but I don't remember.
See, at least the original Mummy, Imhotep had motivation.
Yeah, but so the blonde lady Tom Cruise's lady friend works for Russell Crowe, who is in charge of this Suicide Squad ass place where they're like, we have to get all the evil things and bring them here. And Russell Crowe...
What could go wrong?
Russell Crowe is Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah.
And there's a part where he turns into Mr. Hyde, and that is excellent. That was good.
Okay.
But...
What's he transformed? Does he just get...
He just kind of gets grungy, and his accent changes, but it's pretty funny.
He becomes Australian?
Well, I'm Mr. Hyde. Yeah. How'd you know? You saw the movie?
How many are there any other references to the other Dark Universe films that are to come?
There's a Dracula skull?
Yeah,
that doesn't make any sense, Carrie.
They walk through the room in Russell Crowe's complex, and there's a webbed foot, so it's to be like, oh, creature from the Black Lagoon. And then there's a skull with fangs, so it's like, oh, vampire.
Vampire would not have a skull.
What do you mean?
Carrie, they disagree.
I am going to look up the box office for The Mummy.
Don't do that!
But yeah, Tom Cruise is just a dickhead the entire movie, and it's like, when I was looking at reviews of this, people were like, oh yeah, it's really out of character for Tom Cruise to play this kind of douchey guy, and I was like, what? So, I guess people like Tom Cruise. I don't fucking like Tom Cruise.
This movie murdered in foreign box office.
So when I see Tom Cruise being a douchebag in this movie, I'm not, oh, Tom Cruise. I'm like, fuck off. But... yeah.
Yes, this movie bombed here, but it murdered overseas.
And then there's part of the knife is in this tomb with all these Christian Crusader soldiers, and they turn into mummy zombies.
Mm-hmm. How are the effects? The Mummy of pushing the boundaries of 1999 technology. Great movie.
I don't know.
God, The Mummy was such a good movie.
was dumb.
It's all right.
It's pretty good.
I didn't like this movie at all.
No. Is it? So it's not fun?
No.
Okay. Some people compared it to a fucking Indiana Jones movie. I was like, okay, I don't.
At the end, Tom Cruise is fighting this lady mummy, and she is gonna like stab herself to be imbibed with the powers of Set or something. And then he fights her and steals the knife and then stabs himself. So then he becomes this evil mummy man.
Okay.
And so his lady friend had drowned. She's dead over there. And then
The mummy lady, or the lady with the blonde hair.
The blonde hair lady who was working for Russell Crowe. She was dead. She drowned. And then he sucks the life out of Sofia Boutella and then goes over and yells at the blonde lady. And then she wakes up. She's not dead anymore. His face turns into like a creepy zombie monster face. And he's like, what up? And then he... goes off into the shadows, and then the next scene you see him in the desert. His friend is back to life. His friend literally goes, thanks for bringing me back to life so we can go on more adventures, or something like that. And he's like wrapping bandages around his hands, Tom Cruise is. It's like, oh, he's the mummy. Okay. And then it goes out with Russell Crowe doing voiceover. He's like, we might have to call on him again
Oh,
sometime."
God fucking.
Hell yeah.
It's like, oh no.
So I have a question. How long is this movie? That's the last thing I need to know for this movie. Because
I don't
I'm
know.
curious
How long
enough.
is this movie?
But if it's 2 hours and a half, I'm fucking clocking the
I
fuck
don't know.
out.
I might, because I had no investment in this movie at all, so I might have been butchering how bad it is.
Ryan, how do
I
you
thought
feel
it
about
was
The Mummy
stupid as
now, from
fuck.
Carrie?
It's reminding me so much of Dracula Untold, which I didn't see all of. I saw the ending of Dracula Untold.
Does that set up stuff?
Yes.
Oh.
At the very end, it's like in the future. Oh, I can't remember it super well, but it's in the future.
Dracula 2000.
I think he's in a bar. Well, like it's like modern day.
Oh, okay.
He's like in a bar. Like some guy shows up and he like takes a drink and is like, "Let the games begin" or something like that, and then it just ends. So it's like that's them setting up like more movies for some reason.
This movie is 1 hour and 51 minutes long.
That's not bad.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm curious enough.
Should I look up the Mummy show times?
Nope, definitely not. Not that.
Cancel our tickets to Spider-Man.
Oh, man, no.
I'd watch a real
I
movie.
mean-
But the thing is, well, unless we're gonna completely ignore this franchise of films,
Well, like
We're
the
not
ne-
ignoring. I didn't like this movie, but I'm glad that it did well because I want more Phantom of
I
the
will-
Opera.
oh, yeah, sure. I at least want Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde
The
movie.
next
Dr.
one
Russell
they're
Crowe.
making apparently is Bride of Frankenstein.
And
Who's the titular-
Javier Bardem's gonna be in it.
It's
And
pretty good.
I don't remember who's playing the
I
bride,
think they're
but-
trying to get Angelina Jolie.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
That would be
But I still
interesting.
and I'm looking forward to Johnny
Javier
Depp.
Bardem is way hotter than Angelina Jolie, though.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
but like two hot people in a movie.
Also, I don't think they'd have chemistry together. Anyways, let's move on. Another movie that has sand. Let's talk about The Bad Batch.
Oh hell yeah!
This is the next movie by Anna
Lily
Emapour. Okay, cool. The director of A Girl Walks Home
Alone at Night.
This is sort of, that was the big thing because a lot of people, I never finished the movie. I know, Ryan, you're a huge fucking fan of that movie.
I love A Girl Walks Home Alone at Night.
Okay, and a lot of people loved it, so they were really excited for this. And it seems like the reactions toward it have been mixed. I actually don't know how you guys feel about it, but the more I think about this movie, actually, let's just set it up. So the trailers don't explain anything what the movie's about, but the movie is not post-apocalyptic, but dystopian. It is this sort of, it takes place in the United States, right? It was
in Texas.
Texas, okay, right. Where we take all the sort of people that might be disabled, or maybe they're immigrants, or criminals, and we kind of set them out in like a penal colony, kind of, sort of.
It's like they took the Purge and they designated it to one fenced-in area, and they're like, go in there.
Here's like your mini Mad Max fucking, yeah.
Here's some McDonald's, just get out there and have a good time.
I mean, they literally do that, yeah. So yeah, that's the setup for the movie, and we follow this character. I forget the actress who plays her.
Suki Waterhouse.
Suki Waterhouse, and her introduction to this sort of world, and the characters she meets, and it then becomes a revenge tale, but then it sort of changes from there. So how do you guys feel about this movie?
Initially, I was in the middle and I didn't really like it, but the more I think about it, I think I liked elements of it more than I did at first. Because like comparing it to other movies we've watched this year, I'm like, no, this is good. This is fine.
Ryan, how do you feel?
I really liked it. I wasn't like blown away. The main thing I took away is just like, Emily, I'm a poor. Like, Girl Walks Home at Night. That's my shit. I love that movie. And like her creative process and like the way her like mind like thinks of like how to like do certain things or how to some certain characters how their arcs go. I love that, and there was plenty in this movie. I felt like it went in some weird directions, like the scene where Suki Waterson's character like does Arlen, yeah, where she does drugs and like goes into like the desert and just like kind of trips balls. That's based off an experience she had when she just like went to like a Woodstock thing and just did ecstasy for like 4 days or something. She's a crazy girl. I fucking love her so much. And there's also a lot of other weird like similarities between this and A Girl Walks Home. Like
I feel like the pacing reminded me a lot.
The pacing, the romance. They both have animal sidekicks.
Sure, the romance. Yeah, I think
the animal sidekick in this movie.
Like it's like from what I remember, A Girl Walks Home before I fell asleep. It's a romance that's kind of never stated. It's
a romance in that movie. The romance is like these two characters. They kind of have feelings for each other, but they both just want to leave this town. They feel like together is the best way to do that. And the way A Girl Walks Home ends, like the girl does something terrible that she doesn't really she doesn't really know that she did this terrible thing to the guy. And he knows that she did this thing. He's like, well, this is the only way I'm going to fucking get out of here. So he goes with her. And a similar thing kind of happened in this movie.
Yeah.
Where like they were, and also I didn't really buy the love between the two of them.
Yeah, and much. Miami Man, I think that's his name.
Miami Man, yeah.
Yeah, played by
like,
Jason Momoa.
I loved his character.
Yeah,
he's cool. When they like went into
I didn't even know that that's what they were trying to set up, some sort of romance until the
yeah,
very end, and I was like,
me too.
Oh.
Man, so I was like, I like that. I fell asleep towards it, mostly because I was just tired.
You just hate Anna Lily.
Yeah, I do. I was like, fuck this. Man, I really fucking like this movie. Like, the more I think about it, the more I was like, man,
it is a lot of great moments.
It is trying some stuff, and it feels like a movie made by someone who has a vision.
Yeah.
It's this weird take on this sort of, again, like light Mad Max sort of world that, man, I just really, really dug. The shots with there's this so there's like cannibals in this world because there's no really any food source apart from what you can find. And whatever fucking I don't know. There's Keanu Reeves in this movie, and his whole thing is probably the weakest thing from this movie.
I thought it was hilarious, though.
I think it's funny, and it's ridiculous.
The concept was fun, but his long speech was a little long, but, like, it makes sense, because he's just this opulent, over-the-top asshole, so he's just gonna drone on and on about plumbing.
But yes, there's this scene where Suki Waterhouse's character confronts one of the cannibals who took her arm and leg, and she's just holding her at gunpoint while her daughter is right next there. And man, I don't know, just something about that scene, the way it was paced, the way it was angled, the way it was shot. Oh, I really, really dug it. And
it was super good.
I haven't thought about it, but the more I think about it, I really, really like. This might be one of my favorite movies of the year. The more I think about it, I really, really like it.
It's super cool. Me and Carrie, our favorite moments involve a certain bagman.
The Hermit.
The Hermit, yeah.
Right. Apparently it's played by Jim Carrey. And
Jim Carrey's in this movie, which I've known the whole time.
I didn't.
He's not in any of the advertising.
No.
His names aren't even in the credits, even though he's probably the biggest name in this movie. But Jim Carrey plays a homeless guy. It's amazing.
It's fucking incredible.
He doesn't ever speak. He just roams around the desert, just kind of fucking shit
He's like
up.
this wise overseer drifter. Just never speaks, but he's like the catalyst for all the events that
he brings her to like the society. He deals with Miami Man.
Mm-hmm.
The scene between him and Miami Man.
Classic.
Classic. Agreed.
It's really good.
It's one of the best scenes in
Ever.
all of cinema. There's no talking. It's just them not just perfect nonverbal communication. That's just hilarious and it's so good.
Oh man,
So
there's
good.
just the movie reminds me of a lot of the second Mad Max movie, but without any of the action. There's just some small weird moments, and the way, because there's this place called what is it, Paradise?
Comfort.
Yeah, where like it's this people like everyone's kind of cool, and it's sort of ruled very casually by a Keanu Reeves, who there's just a lot to unpack there that I don't know how to unpack. Like a lot of weird shit.
It's a crazy world, but like for some reason you just get it immediately.
Yeah, man,
it's like this is just a society. People aren't going to eat each other here.
Yeah, there's the bridge people who are like vicious cannibals, and then it's like
they're also
stretch of desert.
They also love working out.
And they work out constantly. And there's this long stretch of desert, and then there's just a troop of druggies run by Keanu Reeves and his pregnant wife militia. It's amazing.
Yeah,
he has a bunch of pregnant wives.
That stuff is weird because I feel like I don't know much about her work, and I'm giving her more the benefit of the doubt because if it was anyone else, because at that point I was like, this movie's competently made, and she's obviously have a vision, but all that stuff just feels way over the head. Like, are you trying to say something? Because I don't know what the fuck your point is. Like, where does the fucking when you shit? Where does it go? Oh, it goes in the toilet. Oh yeah, I make the pipes to go. What? Okay, whatever. I have, what did the shirt say? Is like,
the dream is inside me.
The dream is inside me. It's like, what the fuck are you talking?
I wanted Keanu Reeves
His
to
name
be
is
like,
The Dream.
The dream is my penis.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
It's so, look, man, like I said, I love her crazy fucking mind. It's so good, and I'm so excited
Cinematography
to see
is really good in the movie.
just like it is in A Girl Walks Home. So good, because it's time in color. Although not a lot of color, because it takes place in the desert.
Well, that's why I really liked the big DJ thing, the big
neon
boombox when they started rolling it around. I was like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah. So good.
They do a good job of the sort of warm colors they're working with because it's mostly in the desert. But I don't know. I just think it looks very pretty to look at.
It does.
Ah, man. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it a lot, but I really like that movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. But also I can see, because it is really drawn out. It's a long-ass movie. And again, I don't know how much I missed when I fell asleep. But yeah.
I love this movie. I didn't fall asleep, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I should watch it again. Anyways,
very good. And I know she's working on her next project.
Yay.
I believe she's writing it right now.
Nice.
So I'm very excited to see what crazy place she will go next. Oh, so good.
Speaking of auteurs, and people, this one is way better well received.
Another great auteur.
Yeah, way better well received. Baby Driver.
Edgar Wright.
Edgar Wright. This. So
Shaun
from
of the Dead, Hot Fuzz,
Scott
Pilgrim, The World's End.
We followed Ansel. How do you pronounce his last name?
Ansel Elgort.
Iggy Ogleton.
Ooglang Ignog.
Plays this getaway driver who's sort of a prodigy. I don't know. He's just really fucking good at his job.
He's really good at driving. He loves his music.
He's got tinnitus. He's got a hum in the drum. He does the music to drown it out.
And I don't know, man. I feel like I was the last one to come onto this looks really fucking good. Because I saw the trailers for Baby Driver, and I was like, this looks okay, I guess.
Edgar Wright's stuff doesn't really work super well in a trailer. Just because his stuff is, like, all, like, flashy and, like, just, like, the way the camera moves around things. And that's hard to do in, like, a quick, like, summarizing what this idea is. I know that was, like, a huge problem with Scott Pilgrim because no one knew what the fuck that movie was.
I should rewatch that movie because I don't know how I feel about that movie.
I still love that movie.
Good movie.
I last time I saw that movie, I fucking hated it. But I started off hating that movie, and then I saw it multiple times, and I liked it more. And then Anyways, so Baby Driver, it seems to be like the biggest hit, at least like critically and with people's minds. I think in the same way, like in the social consciousness, like the way La La Land was. Like people are talking, like this is the movie of the year. At least in our minds, and the whole thing we talk about, like, oh, wasn't that movie fucking pretty or whatever the hell. So yeah, Baby Driver. I think, personally, it is an incredibly well-made movie. But man, I find it very boring. I tweeted out that I think it's the best movie I've seen since Mad Max Fury Road. In that I'm watching this movie, it's like, holy fuck, this movie is like, the way it is made is fucking wild. Because it's quick cuts and it's sort of paced to the music that Baby is listening to on his headphones, or his multiple iPods. It's very frenetic, very fast, and it's kind of crazy, like how the fuck you shot this and edited it. But I think the story itself isn't that interesting to me.
It's very simple. It's just like
It's very James Dean.
He's a getaway driver and he doesn't like doing it, but he's kind of stuck doing it, and he kind of wants to get out and run away with the girl of his dreams.
He's kind of, and we don't know much about him other than like, oh, his parents died, and now he's just kind of a really cool guy, aloof guy that no one talks to.
Some sunglasses.
And then he meets this girl, and that's like really the only connection he has apart from his foster dad. And yeah, I don't know, man. It's just the character stuff never really, I don't know, it just doesn't go anywhere for me.
I love Edgar Wright, and like I feel like the one thing he's really good at, especially, is like side characters.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
In Scott Pilgrim, like the side characters are great. Same thing in like Hot Fuzz. Like Hot Fuzz,
he made Nick Frost like a name.
Yeah. In Hot Fuzz, there's like a whole like community of people who all have like personalities, and when shit goes bad in Hot Fuzz, like it's hilarious to see these crazy old people like, get these kids out of my store, to like have guns, like I'll fucking kill you. It's so good. But in this one, it really was just Baby.
It was just Baby, yeah.
And everyone else was just kind of weird. Like I didn't get John Hamm's or Jamie Foxx's like motivation. Like Jamie Foxx was just annoying. Only because his character had no motivation. He's just like, I'm fucking crazy, man.
He's the Black Ranger.
Yeah, I'm fucking crazy.
And then like the female bad guy, she was
Darlin,
yeah. I don't. Her thing was like she's having sex with Jamie Foxx. Not Jamie Foxx.
John
Hamm.
Buddy.
Kevin Spacey was like all over the place. Like sometimes he was like really chill, and sometimes he would just get like angry and crazy for like no reason. And like I found that hard to like identify with him.
He wasn't really he was a cartoon character, but he was a fun cartoon character.
Especially towards the end, like his like turn of events felt very like, oh okay.
Oh,
but
yeah, you're in love. I get it.
But yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with this movie. Like, it's hard
and also with like his love interest. Like, she also likes music and she wants to get away.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Like, it's so weird because the movie is sort of a tribute to this James Dean action movie or like Rebel Without a Cause sort of thing, and it's hard to poke it because I'm like, that's what I'm going for. That's why everything is so simple. That's why the bad guys are like, you guys are so much in love. I gotta help you because goddamn it, you fucking guys are too fucking cute together. And I was like,
I just met you, but you're adorable.
But it's so boring. It's
like my favorite parts of this movie was just like, I was telling Carrie this like earlier. Like it's just like when Baby's like walking around town and they're like on dates, and he's just like. The movie is like moving to like this cool chill music on like his iPod, and that's really cool. But then like the action scenes, like I kind of felt nothing, and like maybe that's just because I don't like cars or car movies. I have no interest in any of the Fast and the Furious, and like I felt the car chases in this movie were fine, but none of them really like maybe like rethink.
I think the last one is the one that really impressed me. The one in the parking lot. That was really cool.
I didn't like that one. It felt like the movie was leading up to something really cool. And like, I liked the ending sequence, but it didn't feel like it escalated. It did go into third gear. You know I don't know.
Yeah, the ending of that movie, I don't know, it reminded me of a better movie. It reminded me of The Devil's Rejects, with the sort of long hallway where they're like, oh, the cops are there. Not a fan of The Devil's Rejects?
I just didn't expect that.
No. Have you seen The Devil's Rejects?
No.
Okay, because that movie ends with they're like they think they get away, right? And they're driving down the freeway, and Freebird starts playing, and then they're just driving, and like, oh, we're all good, and then the cops show up, and then oh no, and then they all die. And Devil's Rejects is a really good movie.
Better than Baby Driver. You heard it here.
So, yeah. I don't know, Karen, how do you feel about this? You saw it twice.
I fucking love this movie, and you guys are assholes.
I'm sorry.
Because, like, I'm a huge sucker for, like, the way I look
Carrie
at this
loves herself some Angle Elgort.
No, that's not what I was going to say. I saw this thing that was perfectly sums up my feelings about him and this movie, and it was, Baby Driver will make you forget how much you hate Ansel Elgort. And I was like, yeah? But, I don't know. I really fucking love the gimmick of the music being how everything's choreographed to the music.
It's good. It's really good.
I was like excited about this movie for like Edgar Wright reasons, but then when I heard, because that wasn't really advertised a lot in the marketing and stuff, that it was all with the music.
Yeah, no,
like the music was a focus, but I didn't know that it was all going to be choreographed with it. So then when I heard that, I was like,
yeah,
because it makes me think of musicals.
Yeah, I didn't think about it until after people started watching it.
So just the whole like rhythmic pace of the movie and how everything and how the.
And I love that too. That was awesome.
Yeah, and there's like really cool things that I pick up on a second viewing that like the dialogue's reincorporated and you find out more about Baby's character when you watch his performance a second time, I think. But cuz like he never talks to people, and he just reuses stuff that he hears whenever he has to talk to someone, whenever he's forced into a conversation. He just recycles things that he's heard from the TV or from other people. And I just really liked that.
That's a very Edgar Wright thing, where like the second time you watch the movie, you see so much.
You're like, oh damn,
because like he's such a fucking good writer.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, whoa.
I thought, yeah. So the writing was really strong in this movie, and I agree that the characters weren't the greatest, and that just felt out of nowhere. But I don't know, something about this movie, I really, really, really like it.
Yeah, no,
and the
like,
music is great. I've
the
been
ride was
jamming out to the music ever
it's
since
a
I
good
watched
soundtrack. The ride wasn't enough for me personally, because it really does feel like a movie. Like, all right, like we're gonna take you on this like fucking fun, fast thing with a great soundtrack and like awesome edits, and it's really good.
That's there, but
man,
like,
I just couldn't get over how.
I definitely want to see it again just because it's Edgar Wright, and
Yeah.
when you see it again, you love it more.
And I just love the out of nowhere, really violent shit that happens, and you're just like, oh fuck, this movie has stakes.
Right, yeah, because it kind of feels like nothing bad can happen to Baby, but yeah.
But I don't know, I really liked it a lot.
A
lot.
Yeah,
Well, Carrie,
that's
let's
fair.
end your joy.
Yeah.
Talk about a movie that was very well received, especially at the it was at the Cannes.
Oh,
Festival,
right.
That movie killed at that festival, and you both saw it. I did not.
So
That
yes,
is The Beguiled.
The Beguiled is the book
by
called
Sofia
The Beguiled.
Coppola.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sofia Coppola.
I haven't read the book yet. I bought it because I saw it at Target, and I usually hate movie covers on books, but
That's
I
a
fucking
good-
love
it's-
the poster, so I was
It's
like,
a very
yep.
good poster. So yes, The Beguiled is based on a book, and I guess it's kind of a remake because there's a Clint Eastwood movie based on the book. And from the trailer that I saw that I was playing at the Alamo, I'm assuming you watched it there too. It seemed pretty much similar to the movie you saw, just maybe a little bit more exaggerated.
Yeah, the Clint Eastwood one looked way more fun.
So yes, The Beguiled takes place during the Civil War. It takes place during this like etiquette school for women, and they're kind of just stuck here because it seems like they're near like where a battlefront is, and so they can't really move. It's best to stay indoors. And then they run into a Union soldier played by Colin Farrell, and he's got like a busted leg, and so they house him and take care of him, hopefully until he gets better so he can leave. And then he sort of starts flirting with the women there, and they
Almost all of them.
almost all of them. And the women enjoy being flirted with and whatever. Yeah, and then shit goes bad because it's pretty obvious he's kind of a shitty dude.
Colin Farrell.
Yeah, Colin Farrell.
Surprisingly enough.
And then shit goes bad and he goes crazy. And man, it's so crazy how that's the movie, man. Like, that's literally, that's the synopsis. That's the movie. And like, if you can think, I'm so sorry, but if you can think of like the most bare minimum way you can make a movie around that stuff, that's kind of how I felt about this thing. The advertising sort of paints this as I guess a sort of I spare in your grave without any of the rape.
Yeah, it seemed like
I would love to see
it
that.
was gonna like from the marketing. It seemed like it was gonna descend into like full on torture, and I was like, interesting.
Yeah.
I'm on board.
And
Say no more.
It's-
I'm watching right now.
it seems like smirky Colin Farrell gets what's coming to him,
Yeah.
but that's not like it's really hard to like how like the setup. It just like the setup happens, but nothing. Man, I just find so little about this movie to say like, oh, that was really cool. I'm like, oh no, that was a shot you could do for this movie with this synopsis. Like, I don't know. Like, oh yeah, they're mad. Oh, okay, cool. They kill him. Okay, I don't know. The tension that they allude to in the marketing is not there at all.
I don't know.
Colin
I don't
Firth's
know.
character is so not Colin Firth.
I was gonna
Colin
say,
Farrell's
Now
character.
that's a movie.
Like he's just so obviously a scumbag. Like he just out of nowhere says, "Oh, I love you." It's like, okay, okay, cool. I don't know. You're like you're the prettiest fucking woman I've ever seen. I was like, okay, whatever.
Sure.
And that stuff plays early, and so you think obviously
Right.
he's gonna get it's coming to him. And no, like they buy into it,
like
and they're like he's actually a shitty person.
it's I don't know because it's like are we the thing that they do to him is still like trying to help him.
Absolutely,
and it's
no.
like, nah.
They never have that intention. They don't even really want to kill him.
I know. I was like, I wanted these women to turn on him.
And they never do. It's just like, well, we gotta kind of do this, I guess.
Like they do at the end, I get. Like with the leg.
Yeah.
Trying to help him, but then they you know.
But it's not done out of malice. It's kind of done out of
to get him. It's to like, we need to leave. So.
Yeah, exactly.
If there was a moment where they all like switched and were like, no, fuck this guy, but they were like cowering from him the whole time, and I was like that's fine. Like I understand that it would be scary.
If I was in the room with Colin Farrell,
I'd be terrified. I'd be like, where's Johnny Depp? I don't know.
So it just doesn't like take that turn you'd expect.
Yeah, I expected way like harsher consequences.
You see, that's how, because like whenever the trailers came on, it always said R for some sexuality. But then I would always watch it and was like, is there more? Because like in the trailer when he eats that like thing that they all smell like like it's like, oh, they fucking poisoned him and now he's gonna wake up with that penis or something.
Not it. No, that's not. Yeah, they allude that. Oh, yep. That's,
like my favorite thing from the trailer is when he screams, "What have you done to me, you vengeful bitches?" And in this movie, they put that line in when he's having a temper tantrum like 3 rooms away, and you just kind of hear him yell it. And I was like, damn it.
And again, there's no malice in this movie at all. There's no vengeful nothing. It's just like Colin Farrell sleeps with fucking Elle Fanning instead of Kirsten Dunst.
And then when I was watching it, I genuinely thought, because he tells Kirsten Dunst, he's like, "I'll meet you tonight." I genuinely thought he like went in the wrong room on accident. And I was like, oh wait, no, he's an asshole.
Yeah. And then he falls down some steps, and then
Kirsten Dunst pushes him down the stairs, and his leg had like bullet shrapnel in it at the beginning or something,
and
it had been repaired enough that he was walking on it and helping them tend the garden, and then she pushed him down the stairs, and his leg got fucked, like his bone was like all out here,
bad.
And then, but then she like and then like 2 days later, Kirsten Dunst is sneaking into his room like, "I'm sorry," and I get it because she's
that stuff.
desperate
Yeah,
to
no,
leave,
yeah, that stuff is good.
but,
like that's probably the most interesting thing is the stuff with Kirsten Dunst, but she's not really focused in on. She's just a side character because at the end of the movie, like after all the shit goes bad, she goes in the room and just like they're like fuck, and she's like, "I fucking want this. This is happening." That stuff is the most interesting stuff because there's stuff with Kirsten Dunst's character that's never explored really because it's not bad. It's just the most fine. I think it's the most. It's so fine. It's like bread without any. It's just. I'm just.
The Beguiled is bread.
I'm so sorry. Like man. It's well shot. Like the shots of the
actual presentation of the movie was gorgeous. I loved it because it's all swampy and marshy, and you can just look at it and you're like, "Ugh, it's humid."
Costumes are great. Nicole Kidman's fantastic.
Kidman. I love Nicole Kidman in period pieces. Like I was thinking of her in The Others. Like it's the exact.
I still need to watch The Others.
Movie's awesome. I love that movie. Yeah, she's great.
Elle Fanning is Elle Fanning, I guess. I mean. What's with Elle Fanning in like these sort of fucking temptress fucking roles? I don't know, like it's borderline. It's weird. I don't think I like it. Yeah. Shout out to one of the little kids in that movie. I forget her. I don't know if I ever caught her name, but I think I really liked one of the little girls in the movie. She was really funny. I thought
the turtle one.
I think so.
The one who was
that
like,
was
I
weird.
picked the apples.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
the fucking turtle.
The stuff. The worst thing about it is like it seems so obvious that they're just eating up what he's putting down that you think something is coming. Yeah. Obviously, they're like fighting for his attention in the most ridiculous fucking way. Nicole Kidman just
so like he shows up and he's like all these women want to have sex with me, and then all the women want to have sex with him.
Well, he's really handsome and he's charming, and he's flirtatious. And that's enough to set things off. But it's not like they're like fucking. He's not, because in the trailer for the old Beguiled, you see like Clint Eastwood obviously like, I'm gonna fuck all these women, right?
They call the people at the school. The trailer guy's like, man depraved women.
Yeah, exactly. That's not the vibe you get. It's more like I don't know. It
seems like each woman who is trapped in the school ascribes their own sense of meaning or escape to Colin Farrell's presence.
Yeah. Yeah. And
they all see him as a means to their own personal end.
Yeah.
They want to try and get somewhere.
And they never really like the most interesting stuff. I feel like they do the Kirsten Dunst stuff and Nicole Kidman a little bit. The Elle Fanning, whatever, okay. And then the little girls, like they're just little girls, they're just like whatever.
They're just being playful.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Bummer. It's not bad, but
it's definitely not a bad movie.
I
wanted this to be my favorite.
I would
movie.
be like, it's not worth your time. Like, just forget the marketing and like, I trust you when I tell you don't have to see this movie. I guess I should read the reviews to see what people saw in this movie. I don't know, because
a lot of ones I saw where people were saying how tense it was.
Man, what? No.
And I never felt that. But again, I before we recorded, I said I might have been in the wrong mindset watching this because I was with two of my girlfriends and we were just making fun of it the whole time.
Because it's so obvious. Man, we need to move on. I'm bummed. Whatever. I still want... Whatever.
I might, because I just really like that kind of movie, so I might watch
Me too.
I might watch it again at some point, but overall, I was just, like, not to sound like a selfish moviegoer, but overall, I was expecting more from this, and I told George the night after I watched it, I feel like I'm getting a slice of the frustration that people who were not happy with it comes at night.
Totally.
So it's like I'm watching it and I'm like, but come on though, and then it never goes there.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad at this movie, but I'm not impressed by it
bummed.
either.
It's a good poster though.
Great poster.
Good poster.
Nicole Kidman, call me.
Yeah.
You know my number.
Ryan, you finally got to see a movie that you were really excited about.
Oh damn.
You got to see the movie.
Movie.
Do you need a second so you can composite your thoughts into something that's not just like, that movie good?
You see, that's actually one of Kristen Stewart's lines in that movie.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. We're talking about Personal Shopper.
Oh my god.
Which I totally forgot that Carrie saw. Was that last episode?
That was in April.
Yeah.
April? Okay.
Personal Shopper. It's a French film starring Kristen Stewart.
I think we set it up so many times, but yes, again, set it up.
Same director who did Clouds of Summer.
Oliver Assayas?
Something like that. Kristen Stewart won a Caesar Award, the French equivalent of an Oscar for that film. So he was like, yo, Kristen, you're great. I'm going to make a movie for you. And she was like, okay, I mean, fine.
Just for you.
So this movie is about Kristen Stewart's character, Maureen. She's the personal shopper to this famous model in Paris.
Socialite lady.
Kira, and her job is to just ride around Paris on her little moped. So awesome. And just buy clothing for her and go back and give it to Kira. And the reason she's staying in Paris is because her twin brother died there about 3 months ago. And he died of a congenital heart defect that they both were born with. And growing up, they both told each other, hey, whoever dies first, send each other a sign. So she's mourning the loss of her twin brother while she has this job that she hates. And she's waiting around and searching for the ghost of her brother. And she's just mourning and full of grief. And it's so fucking good. Holy shit. Like, look, guys. I understand, like, this is a weird movie. There's a lot of shifts in, like,
Carrie's
tone.
seen it.
I love this movie.
Okay.
Carrie can be good. There's a lot of shifts in tones. And the movie is not really, like, one thing the whole time. It kind of, like, there's a few scenes that are, especially, like, when it starts off, like, kind of, like, pretty horror. Because she's, like, wandering around this, like, spooky house that her brother lived in, and she's, like, calling out for his ghost because she thinks he might be there. And there's other parts where she's just, like, talking to, like, people about, like, mourning the death of her brother. And these scenes are, like, so vastly different, and you'll understand when you see it, because, George, you should see this.
I plan on it.
And then next podcast, we're going to have another segment
Yeah,
where George
I know.
explains the
I'll
plot
just
of
be
the
like, yeah,
movie.
it's good. Okay, cool.
It's good, guys. I saw it. It's fine. But yeah, like, I don't want to go too far into it because I really could talk about this movie
Maybe
for,
we
like,
should,
hours.
yeah, because it's like maybe once I finally see it, we can all have that conversation together.
But
I
like,
don't know,
my
man.
feelings for this movie are like, you guys, you have like your favorite movies, right?
Yes.
You know, like when you first see those movies and you're just like, holy shit, where this been all my life? That was me.
Okay.
So much.
So this movie's a big deal.
I was texting Carrie afterwards and I was like, I do not know what feelings to have.
I was at work and I got those texts and I was just like, I was so happy that Ryan liked it. Because when I was watching it, I was like, I really like this movie. You know who would like this? A lot, Ryan.
Because it's so something I would like. Because it's so like...
Is the tone like somber? Like
yeah, it's like one of those movies where like there's really very little dialogue. It's mostly just her dealing with things and like reading notes and text messages, and when there's moments of talking, it's just profound, and it's about like grief and terror, and it's so fucking relatable.
Okay.
Because like you can like relate like her. Fuck. She's such a good fucking actor,
Okay.
George, and like you buy into it so much. Where like her character and like the realism of it down to like her very movements, where like you can like tell what she's feeling by like her body posture, like the way she's like holding her hand up, or like how she's messing with her hair, or like her awkwardness, and like you get so pulled into her character that you just get so tied in and believing it. And so like when she's like having these moments where she's just like fucking breaking down with like stress and grief and sadness or terror, you're so fucking on board, and you're just terrified. Like, when I finished this movie, it ends on this fucking weird cliffhanger. And I just stood there for 20 minutes like, what the fuck was that? And also, George, this is the bold movie. Every scene ends with a fade to black. That's so fucking bold.
Huh.
Yeah, like every like scene, it ends
interesting.
with a fade to black. I'm like, that's wow.
You said it takes place in Paris, right?
It takes place in
Does
Paris.
it utilize the location?
Yeah.
Okay.
She drives around Paris the entire time.
Is
on
it
Paris
mostly... Because I'm just trying to picture this movie. Is it mostly at night that stuff happens?
Yeah, a bit.
Okay. Are the colors... This is so weird. Are the colors, like, colder? Or, like... I'm just trying to get the tone for this movie.
There's a lot of whites.
Okay.
There's
Very
a lot of
cold
whites.
movie, I would say.
Okay.
It's so
cold,
fucking
cold neutrals.
cold
Okay.
neutrals. So fucking so fucking pretty.
Okay.
Fuck this movie, but also like fuck this movie.
Okay.
Holy shit, it's so fucking good.
Do you feel like you need to say what you need to say for now?
I mean, yeah, it's a movie that I feel like a lot of like I've been reading a lot about this movie just because
Ryan's been fully immersing himself in this movie.
In the
for last few
discourse.
weeks.
I have been, but like
Remember how I feel about Nier. No, not a video games podcast, though.
yeah, I'm gonna be excited when I play that. But I had this like this was a limited release thing, and I wasn't able to go to like the showing at like our local like super indie theater.
Yeah. And it was being shown at the Omaha Film Festival as
It
well.
was, and I wasn't able to go to that either. Mostly because I forgot.
Yeah, me too. Every time. Yeah.
Wasn't able to go. Oh shit, it happened. Oh.
I was like, look at my watch. But I had this like set up like on my phone. Like I rent stuff through Google, and I had like it set to like tell me when this movie is out for digital. So I was at my internship, and I got the notification on my phone. I was like, fuck, I have an interview in 5 minutes. I had to watch this movie, so I did my interview, and I went home as soon as possible to watch this movie. And then I freaked. I love this movie. It's in my top probably 10, maybe 5 movies of all time.
Damn.
I love it so fucking much. If you like super like somber, quietly beautiful films that are weird and like out there, and it's not super clear what's happening, because like the ghost stuff is like it's very interpretable depending on what you want to put into it, but it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good.
So a few thoughts that I'm having, and these are just random thoughts I'm just gonna put into
I like how
here.
you put the personal shopper.
The personal
on the notes.
shopper. The Batman. Remember Zathura? That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah, Zathura was alright.
Remember Adventureland? Did anyone see Adventureland?
I liked it.
Because people talk really highly about that movie.
It's very like good. It's not like groundbreaking.
I'm just thinking of the roles. Still Alice. That's a good role for.
I haven't seen that yet.
It's good. I don't know. It didn't.
After watching this movie, I watched Camp X-Ray, which she was in 2013. It's the Guantanamo Bay movie.
Yeah, Guantanamo Bay movie.
It was good. Her performance was good. The script.
It seemed kind of cheesy.
The script was very cheesy because
Yeah.
it's all about like you don't know
You
what I'm
know what's
going
going
through.
on, yeah.
'Cause I'm Muslim and I'm here. And it's like,
Yeah, it
I'm
seemed-
also a woman in the military.
Yeah, it didn't seem great.
Yeah.
Their performances were very good in that movie. Her
Okay.
and the main other main character. But yeah, Personal Shopper. I love that movie. A lot of people seem to not like it because it's weird and confusing and very quiet. But that's what I live for. My favorite movies are like that.
I can't wait for next podcast once George has watched this and we're on the personal shopper segment again. When George would be like, "That was the stupidest."
Yes. Anyways, that's all the movies we saw in June. In Personal Shopper, coming back for the second time. Actually, third time, because I think we had a podcast like, oh, this movie's coming out. And then Carrie saw it, and then you saw it, and then I'm going to...
That's how it usually goes, yeah.
That's going to be the through line for the fucking year.
Well,
It's gonna be the number 1 of the year on our end of the year special.
Dude, it is. Oh my god. Carrie, I can't wait till we record it because it's gonna be you and me talking about Personal Shopper and Cure for Wellness. Just
Oh, yeah, that.
for a whole hour.
Dane DeHaan, let me tell
Dane
you.
DeHaan.
Well, you guys still gotta watch Raw though.
I do.
Oh, fuck, yeah, I totally forgot. Thank you. Yeah, I totally forgot.
All right, so what is coming out in July, George? What spectacular, amazing, web-swinning movie is coming out?
Ryan, do you know that feel when your best friend finds out that you're actually Spider-Man?
What?
Spider-Man Homecoming is a movie.
Hell yeah.
Well, I don't know. I just saw a fucking meme where from the Spider-Man account. Like, that feel when your best friend finds out he's Spider-Man. It's like,
Yeah, he doesn't have the gif of him dropping the Death Star.
I don't know.
Yikes.
Anyway, Spider-Man Homecoming comes out. We're watching it tonight. How do I feel about Spider-Man Homecoming? The marketing has been absolutely miserable. I don't trust Sony with this.
I don't trust
But the
Sony.
reviews have been ridiculous, and I don't believe them either.
I don't give a shit about Spider-Man.
Okay, that's fine.
I love, like you guys know, Spider-Man is my boy.
I used to love Spider-Man, but then that love was beaten out of me.
Was it the Amazing Spider-Man series?
See, here's the thing. I think I've tricked myself into thinking, like, I think
I
Spider-Man's
still
always been bad. That's what I feel right now.
Really?
But because remember, every time we saw those movies, that was great. That was a fantastic movie because I was riding the Spider-Man high. And I think at one point I decided, no, fuck that. And so,
Actually.
yeah, so now,
Beat down childhood George. Like,
exactly.
Shut up.
So it's actually garbage. Fuck you.
Everything you love is shit.
Yeah.
But look,
I think Amazing Spider-Man 2 is fine. It's not a great film.
He shot at me.
Yeah, it's not a great.
Lied to me.
It's not
I'm gonna make him my enemy. That movie's great.
I love that. Look, the reason I love that movie is because it's fucking ridiculous. That's how fucking Spider-Man should be.
No,
Ryan, you're wrong. The
Ridiculous.
reason you love that movie is Dane DeHaan.
I do love me some Dane DeHaan, but he got real ugly towards the end there. He got.
I think it's a testament to how attractive Dane DeHaan is when he's the Green Goblin, and I'm still kind of like,
I'd jump on it, yeah.
It's got that. Was that Skrillex? Itsy Bitsy Spider? No, it was Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer. Wow. Woo! You know Skrillex, The Dark Knight. Classic.
But yeah, my main issue, like, walking into this movie is, as a Spider-Man fan, I love... Spider-Man has, like, a great supporting cast of characters. You would agree with that, George, right?
Yeah,
He
sure.
has a super good cast
Yeah,
of
I would
characters.
say yes. Out of
But
the
looking
Marvel
at-
people,
but
yes.
looking at this film through the trailers, it seems like they're not doing any of that.
It's got Vulture, baby. Right?
Vulture's not a classic character. The classic
I
characters
know.
are like the
But
people
we've
at
seen the
Daily
classic
Bugle,
characters so much.
Like Mary Jane.
You mean those? Okay,
like
gotcha.
the Mary Janes and the Gwen Stacy. I know Flash is in this movie. Flash Thompson, the bully.
Right. Figured.
And also all the Daily Bugle people, and I fucking love all those people.
Yeah.
But
It's got Zendaya.
she doesn't play a character. She
Nice.
plays
I love
Michelle.
her.
And I also read a small spoiler about her character.
Okay. While we're here, Carrie, Ryan, and I was like, well, why is Zendaya a thing? I don't know.
Well, I think her name might be pronounced Zendaya. but I'm
Zendaya.
not
Why is
sure.
Zendaya a thing?
Well,
She was on Disney's
She
Shake
was
It
in
Up.
Disney stuff, but then
I just figured she had a good social presence.
yeah, she does have a
Okay.
good social presence, and she's done like modeling things, and she is present on Twitter, and she calls out random bullshit things
Okay.
a lot. I just like her. She seems like a good person.
Okay,
A
gotcha.
genuine person.
Anyways, yeah, okay, so it wasn't just me. Because I was watching those trailers like, who is this person supposed to fill in? Like, who is that guy?
I know
Who's
his
that
love
guy?
interest in this movie is Liz Allen, who I can only remember that because I watched Spectacular Spider-Man the cartoon, which is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it was canceled because Marvel's a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a girl in that series and originally in the comics. But I don't know,
So,
something's missing from. And also, I've heard Iron Man's not in this movie as much. It's just Sony's shitty marketing trying to sell people to see this movie, which you don't fucking need Iron Man to sell a Spider-Man movie. People are gonna fucking see a Spider-Man movie, you fucking idiots.
Jeez.
I hate the costume. I also hate how the plot...
Yeah, I really hate the costume. The costume's awful.
Also-
He's got the little zoomy
It's
eyes.
fucking
the
garbage.
plot of, it looks from the trailers, it looks like the plot of the movie is gonna be he doesn't understand how to use the costume. And why does he fucking need this costume? There's all this bullshit.
And then Iron Man takes it from him, and he has to make his own.
Don't spoil the movie!
Give me the suit back.
I need it because I have a flashlight.
If you need it, you're not ready to wear it. Or whatever he says.
Totally.
If you're nothing without the costume, you don't need to wear it, or something. I don't know.
But he was before. He was Spider-Man before.
But I'm Iron Man. I'm very important.
Iron Man, very important. I'm gonna be in all the movies.
Marissa Tomei, though.
Yeah.
That is,
She's cool.
Do we need a hot Mary Jane?
What?
Not Mary.
you mean Aunt May?
Aunt May, yeah.
I don't think we
Oh, Spider-Man
need...
guy over
Yeah.
here.
Slip of the tongue.
I'm just joking.
Yeah, fucking gamer girl, you.
I thought Sally Field was a very good Aunt May.
Yeah, she was good.
I loved everyone in the Amazing.
Yeah, I like him too.
And also, like, my issue with the Amazing trilogy is they also did a lot of, like, shying away from, like, a lot of the lore. That was very much focused on, like, Peter Parker and Gwen Stacy, and I liked that. This seems to be all about Peter Parker and, like, his weird dad relationship with Iron Man. I fucking hate Iron Man. God, I hope I like this movie.
I just have a hard time believing the consensus because, man, I genuinely. Usually, I agree with the critical consensus on things, but man,
But then you watch.
I don't believe this movie's good.
A Cure for Wellness, and you're like, man, the critics are idiots. They don't get what real
morons.
They don't get the real dog.
They don't understand the real quality of all these eels.
Anyways, let's talk about
You get all the eels.
Yes.
We should have waited outside the theater to be like, do you get what the eels represented?
we just accost people like, let me tell you about this movie. Have you heard the good news about Gore Verbinski's hit new movie?
Leave me alone, please.
We're just at the ticket kiosks, Cure for Wellness.
So yeah, I wanted to see it. The Mummy, no, you don't. They even showed that movie. Oh, shut up, you're seeing it. Anyways, let's talk
Was
about
Gore Verbinski the Last Ranger, by the way? I'll check.
Yes.
Okay. What else?
The Ring,
Ring,
Ringo.
Pirates,
There's something stupid. Okay, that
Rango.
Rango.
Not Ringo. Not
God,
Ringo.
you call yourself a Gore Verbinski fan?
Shut up, I'm leaving.
Anyways, let's talk about a not horror movie. Let's talk about a ghost story, which
You know what the scariest thing about this movie is, George?
Casey
Affleck.
Affleck? Okay.
You know what the best part of this movie is? Rudy Mara.
And the fact that Casey Affleck's covered by a sheet the whole time.
Hell yeah.
Oh, is that the ghost?
Yeah,
think
the ghost
so.
is Casey Affleck.
Because he dies, I think.
Look, I love the look of this movie. Like, it goes back to, like, why I love Personal Shopper. Like, the tone of this movie is, like, that quiet, like, all about, like, emotions. But fucking Casey Affleck's in
Actually,
it.
man, the trailers don't do anything for me about
See,
this.
I'm the opposite. Like, these trailers, I can look at it and I'm like, wow, that's really pulling for, like, the artsy, criticky, and
absolutely.
it's fucking working.
Oh,
I
really?
am so excited.
I am so excited, too.
I think it looks
Okay.
good. I love crying at movies, and I think that
I like
movie
crying too,
is gonna ruin
Guys,
it.
I think, we all love to cry. All right?
We do it often.
I just don't understand what sort of themes it's going for, or like what.
The enormity of
like
time,
Lost.
as that one poll quote
Like,
says.
Oh, okay.
Like, George, haven't you had that experience where, like, you've died and you have to watch someone not cry at your
An
funeral and
epic
you
poem
get
on
pissed?
on the enormity of time.
Haven't you ever read Emily Dickinson before?
I don't like how much
You?
ghosts. There's been a lot of ghosts in this podcast. I don't like it because I think of a dumb. I keep thinking about Spike Lee's NBA 2K16.
Let's talk about Apes.
War for the Planet of the Apes is coming out.
Speaking of movies I don't give a shit about.
Speaking of a director that I fucking love, Matt Reeves,
Man,
and his monkeys.
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes.
So fucking good.
Great.
I like that movie, but the more I think about it, I'm like, these are generic and weird and monkeys, and I don't care.
Have you seen the originals, Carrie?
No.
Good. Don't.
That.
I think that I think
Charlie Hedstein talking about how much he loves to have sex and how much people love to have sex with him. Then he gets mad at the beach. That's the movie.
Wait, mad on the beach or mad at the beach?
It could be either way.
Fuck you, Sam.
We don't know that he was looking at the Statue of Liberty. He could have saw this and was like, God damn it! This planet too!
There's sand everywhere. It's just like Anakin said.
Man.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, monkey boys.
no, it's fine. So here's the thing with Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I
Woody
don't.
Harrelson's in it.
I do like Woody Harrelson a lot, so I care about this one a little more.
I don't know. I
Remember in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes when Jim Gordon was looking at his pictures of him and Batman on his iPad?
Yeah. I
Remember
think
that part in the first one where Draco Malfoy almost got his arm fucking ripped
That
off?
was fucking awesome.
That scene's great.
And he says like that line, like, "Get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape."
And he's like, no!
He's like, whoa, and then the monkey fucking rips his arm off and beats him to death with it.
He's like, my father will hear about this.
that movie is not great, right? We're
Rise
agreeing
of the
that
Apes is
bad.
good.
I think it's bad, but
Like the ending part's great.
I think
At the bridge and
but
stuff.
tonally from Dawn, it's nice.
Oh yeah, it's out of the park. It's awesome.
But here's the thing with Dawn. I think I respect that, like, because I I just really like Andy. Andy Serkis is
Andy
so
Serkis is
fucking
cool.
good, man.
And he's back
And the
again.
rest of it is kind of uninteresting on the Planet of the Apes. I think it's just a very well-made movie, and for me, Andy Serkis takes it over the top. And I think the effects look. I don't know. The monk. I like the monkeys a lot.
I love these monkeys.
These monkeys are good.
These are good monkeys.
I'm sorry.
I give them all a pat.
They're good monkeys.
I'm gonna pat this monkey.
I don't know. And I don't know where this movie... I'm excited because I have good things. It's going to be a great movie, but I don't know what I'm excited for other than Andy Serkis is really good as Caesar.
I just love living in this future where there's these Planet of the Apes movies that are high budget films that people see.
Right, and like the most...
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes made a lot of money.
It did a lot of money.
The movie where the poster is a monkey holding 2 machine guns.
I get it. It seems like the Planet
awesome.
It seems like the Planet of the Apes reboot should have never been a thing that it would have found any success. I get that. I'm sorry you don't like it, Carrie.
But you're gonna see
It's not
more.
that I don't like it. I don't love.
You hate monkeys.
I do hate monkeys a lot. No, I don't give a shit about monkeys.
What do you mean? No, I don't give. You just said.
Let's talk about what could possibly be the biggest fucking flop of the year, but I think I'm going to be proven wrong. Let's talk about the Valerian in the City of 1,000. So influential. You know it. I know Valerian.
We've all read the books. We all have it on our iPods and on our book.
Touch.
Listen.
I love Dane DeHaan and I love me some Cara Delevingne.
Oh, I love both of them so much.
And the idea of seeing them in a scene together.
Not a big Luc Besson fan?
Fuck that guy. I
Hey.
want to shoot him out of a cannon.
Luc Besson.
What about Fifth Element?
I don't
Ryan?
care. Have you seen Lucy? That movie makes me want to
Sure.
pull my brain out
To
of
be
my
fair, I don't
fucking
think...
skull.
I feel like Luc Besson's kind of walked in like, yeah, Lucy was a great movie. I don't think he...
It's on the trailer. It's like for the guy bringing the Fifth Element and Lucy.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think he thought that movie was great. I don't think he's like, oh yes.
No, I feel like he's really.
You think so?
Lucy is like that.
I don't
movie.
know, man.
I put everything into Lucy.
I don't
That
know.
movie felt like it thought it was really thought provoking.
Maybe I'm wrong.
It's fucking bizarre.
It's the stupidest movie ever. But man, Scarlett Johansson is real pretty in that movie. But then you remember, oh, this is the stupidest movie I've ever seen.
I feel like if this movie bombs, then we're out of the Lucy period of movies because
I
ever
hope
since
so.
Lucy, every fucking thing is like, oh, Lucy, that movie did very well. We got Scarlett Johansson. Ghost in the Shell reboot. Let's do it. Biggest flop. Actually, Ghost in the Shell is the biggest flop of the year so far. So maybe not. But Valerian looks like an
Very well could be.
unbelievably expensive
Oh
movie.
yeah, there's 1,000 planets in that one city alone. It's such a stupid title. What does that mean? It's a city.
For some reason, it reminds me of Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. I don't know, like the title. Like,
Fantastic piece of work. They're in the briefcase.
like I don't know, City of
The best
1,000.
goof.
I don't know.
I'm excited as fuck for this movie.
Look,
don't
I
care.
love these two actors, but the movie looks so stupid. And like, it looks like that madness of like CGI where like it's so like disconnecting, and you're like,
Yeah.
okay, so he's running through space and he's like making these teleporter pads with a little like button presser where he like can walk on this one thing for like 2
Sign
seconds.
me up.
I just like I just like this movie because it seems fascinating to me because it seems like it's Europa is the smallest of small studios. Like they don't fucking matter. But this is a make or break. Like if this movie bombs, that's the end of these people who made this movie. It's over. You're done. Like even Luc Besson maybe. Like it's over. You're done, son. It's like Gore Verbinski and the Lone Ranger. You're done. Fuck off.
Yeah,
Fuck
but
off.
then Gore Verbinski made the best film of the year.
But Valerian could then make a shit ton of money overseas, and now we're living in the Valerian fucking like, oh, we're excited. No, because Valerian, they're marketing it like Avatar, and I would love the fact if Luc Besson's like, we're gonna make 5 Valerian movies, we're gonna film them all together.
Oh my
really
God.
excited. Valerian World at Universal Studios. So excited about Valerian.
We're gonna have a Dane DeHaan car in every home in America. Yes, I would love that.
So yeah, I
This
don't.
movie's gonna be stupid, but I'm still.
I just like it's fascinating how they decided we can market it like Avatar because
Look,
it's this
like,
giant spectacle thing.
I
don't know.
would love this movie if it was stupid, but like I can't be Lucy levels of like unenjoyably stupid.
Yeah.
If it's Gods of Egypt levels of stupid,
That's what
I
it
would
looks
love
like.
that. I would be all in.
Lucy's.
I would be all in DeHaan for that. But no, I feel like it's gonna be too stupid.
I feel,
And
Ryan,
ugly.
like you're gaslighting me about Lucy, because I don't think Lucy is awful.
It is.
Yeah, I think
it's one of my least favorite movies of all time. I told you I had to write like a whole report on that
you
for
told
like,
me.
a class project, and that made me hate it even more because I had to put all my hate into sophisticated
real
writing.
quick. What else is on that list of least favorite movies?
Like Sucker Punch,
Jonah Hex.
Jonah Hex, yeah, fuck that movie. That movie's stupid.
what that is.
I have a magic cannonball that can take out everything.
Jonah Hex was Megan
Sausage Party.
Fox.
Megan Fox, Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin, yeah.
Yeah,
Not great.
terrible. Just terrible. Sausage Party's on that list.
That's on my list.
I am interested to see what Valerian is. I am fascinated by it. Yeah, because it totally seems like a sort of...
definitely fascinated.
So this is weird, because I feel like this movie shouldn't be coming out now, and I don't know how I feel about it, because it's kind of a big man. It's a big movie. It's
Another on tour. A tour.
Aberhar.
My favorite.
Dunkirk. The next movie by Christopher Nolan.
Just a war movie. It's World War II, right?
I'm sorry. I tried to... I was like, how can I make like I don't know what I'm talking about
I
here?
believe it's World War II, but I'm not sure. And
Probably.
It's just
Well,
about...
our friend Zach is really excited about it, and he loves World War II.
There's
so
probably
probably.
There's probably an article like, what is Dunkirk about? Did you know?
We should have all read it beforehand.
Yeah,
but,
I don't know.
But it's just like the movie about the Battle of Dunkirk, which I guess is a famous battle of World War
Again,
II.
I don't know any...
Look, war stuff.
Valerian in the City of Planets looks so pretty.
Look, man, I don't know why, but like in like high school history classes, I tuned out so much during war
See,
shit.
I love the history class, but I don't remember anything about Dunkirk.
Dunkirk.
It's like I prefer to read more about fucking Hooverville and weird bullshit like that. Like remember when President Hoover made a bunch of shitty homes for people and people were pissed? I love that shit.
Okay.
Remember how that one guy got stuck in a
Why
bathtub?
isn't Christopher
Hilarious.
Nolan making a movie about that?
I love that.
But anyways, even though this is Christopher Nolan, it just kind of looks like a war movie to me.
I don't know.
It doesn't have... I'm watching it because...
I am excited for this movie.
Are you?
Yeah. Well, I just like Christopher Nolan.
Me too, so I'm like, I bet he's got something
Yeah,
here.
something's gonna. There's gonna be a twist.
If nothing else, I feel like it's going to sound very good. I like...
And it's got Kenneth Branagh.
It does.
Oh.
Is that the Scarecrow guy?
No.
Who's
he's
the Scarecrow
in the movie
guy?
too.
What?
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow's in the movie.
The guy who you want to straight up to your base.
Oh, Cillian Murphy.
Yeah.
that guy.
I like how that was. They'd be like, oh, that guy.
Well, it's true. No, Kenneth Branagh is the one who directed Thor and was in Hamlet.
Right.
But
Right.
Cillian Murphy is in this movie.
He was the one who asked the question, do we have to call him a Mjolnir?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
yeah, we do.
So yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think the public is excited about Dunkirk?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Christopher Nolan is one of the most household namey directors.
He's one of the
Since
directors
he
like,
did-
oh, this is a Christopher
since he
Nolan
did-
movie.
Since he did all the Batman movies
And Inception.
and everyone who, even if they aren't like into film, they're like, Inception
Oh,
is
Christopher
fucking
Nolan.
incredible. Yeah, exactly.
Unless you're my mom who's like, I don't get it.
Yeah, oh my god, the ride home from Inception after I saw it with my parents was.
My
what
mom asked me
happened?
questions about that movie for
Here's
2
a
days.
here's a concept I'm going to
Also, I know I told Carrie this, but like my parents watched La La Land, and like the first scene, they were like, my parents were like, I'm confused. Are they really on top of those cars, or is that a bit?
I mean, it is technically a bit.
It is a musical.
So it's a bit, yes.
Watching movies with my parents is not fun.
So here's a take I'm going to say. Interstellar is good.
Interstellar
Yeah.
is really good.
It's fantastic, I would say. It's really good.
yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Christopher Nolan
I'm saying,
movies
I
ranked.
just want to say, like, is that a radical thought? Because I feel like people, like, I walked out of that not liking it, and then I rewatched it, and I was like, no, this movie is actually really good. It's fucking great,
I like it a
actually.
lot.
Yeah.
It doesn't like do anything for me. Like
Yeah.
the way like Memento or Prestige
That
would.
soundtrack is
Prestige
really
is my
good.
favorite Christopher Nolan movie.
It's got David Bowie in it.
I know, that's why.
You didn't even have to say it.
Speaking of evocative movies, let me tell you about emojis. Let me
Talk about a movie that gives you a lot of emotions. There's a lot of feelings.
Oh, yeah, it's weird. I mean, people keep telling me this the eggplant, and I don't know what the fuck an eggplant in like water droplets. I don't know what the fuck that means. So I'm watching this movie. Hopefully that clears things up. The Emoji Movie, another fine Sony Animation Pictures project, which is a talented studio that is managed by Sony Pictures. So they just do garbage. I don't know, man.
Is anyone,
You
just here, but anywhere, going
Have
to
you
watch this
heard
movie?
of the Lego Movie?
That's true, but like I don't, and that's how I felt about Lego Movie. I was like, there's no way, and I fucking like love that movie.
But my point is, this is literally just the Lego Movie.
It's like Inside Out, because all the emojis have different personalities
Yeah.
and shit, and they're inside this person's phone, and they always have to be making the same
It's
face.
Inside Out with
And-
Lego Movie.
And the meh face is like, I don't want to be meh, and then he starts making other faces, and they're like, no, you're gonna make the wrong face, and then the kid sends the wrong emoji, and it's just...
God, fuck this movie.
It's...
I sent the wrong emoji. My girlfriend's gonna be pissed.
Yeah, it's literally that. They're like, he's trying to date this girl, and they're like trying to figure out what emojis to
fuck.
send. I think, from the trailer I've seen. But my main takeaway from the trailer is that Patrick Stewart plays the shit emoji.
I remember like when the Sony movie, like the Sony hack happened, and like it was revealed like, oh, Sony's considering an emoji movie, and everyone was like, fuck that. That's just a shitty idea. That they were just throwing it out, I bet. And then it became a thing, and people were like,
Are they still doing?
son of a bitch.
Are they still doing Surf's Up 2 with wrestling with all the wrestling
You keep
people?
mentioning
They did that already.
What?
Yeah.
No, they didn't. Oh, they did not.
Stop everything.
I think that went straight to DVD.
I mean, that makes sense because no one's gonna go pay a shit ton. Well, actually, the WWE is very popular, but
Especially because there's 2 Scooby-Doo WWE
Speaking
movies.
of, before, because I got a trailer for the Emoji Movie before Captain Underpants, and there was
damn it,
another-
you're right.
I thought that happened
there was-
before the Beguiled.
There was another trailer. I don't remember what it's called or what it's about, but it was a talking cow voiced by John Cena. I was like, yes.
Huh.
I'm excited for that. So be on the lookout for whatever the fuck that was.
I feel like I know what you're talking about, but also feeling I thought I had that in a dream, so I don't
You're
know.
gonna have it in several dreams and maybe a few nights.
Are
This
we
is
excited for
this
Emoji
is the
Movie?
most
No,
Emoji Movie.
no.
No. Should we watch the Emoji Movie?
I prefer not.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we're good. I think we did a good job of avoiding things we don't want to watch.
Yeah, we did. We ended up not watching Transformers.
Yeah,
Is
we're
it
taking,
Transformers?
we're taking
Even
a
though I
stand.
asked Carrie twice.
I said no both times.
Exactly.
Cars 3 I didn't even know that one doesn't exist in my mind because I don't know. Anyways,
Did that do well?
I don't know. Let's look it up because
While you look it up, I'll segue into the next movie, which I know Carrie's already excited
no. Okay, so
for.
here's fuck. I don't care about Cars 3. Who cares?
Oh, I
I
thought you
made,
were gonna say you
made
don't care.
$3.
I'm excited.
Oh,
This
you're
is the
also
most
super excited for this.
This
aren't
is
you?
the most. Please let this movie be good movie of the year.
Emoji
because
movie.
yes, Atomic Blonde.
Ooh.
God,
I really like the trailer where she's beating people up to like
trailer's
the
really
tone of that
good.
music.
They were able to mix Depeche Mode and Kanye West
Yeah.
in a way that wasn't completely laughable.
That was awesome.
And God, it looks so good.
got-
But then remember Fate of the Furious. But then remember
No.
Mad Max. And now what if Mad Max, but it got Charlize Theron, and it's like John Wick, and it's cool.
Well,
Ooh.
James McAvoy
Ah, yes,
as
yes,
one
yes,
of his
yes,
many
yes.
personalities.
McAvoy, John
John
Goodman,
Goodman.
Sophia
I
Boutella,
always forget.
Toby
John Goodman.
Jones. Ooh.
It looks good, but in the way that marketing is obviously manipulating me into making it look good, but maybe it could be good.
It has a very John Wick vibe to me because when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, that's probably just being a generic thing.
It's
But then
Joan Wick.
But yeah,
Oh, God.
but then like it turned into this big, then it turned into this big thing, and like I'm hoping that could happen with this because it looks interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hope it's good. I don't know,
Just a
man.
Better be good.
Just
otherwise
a girl
I'm coming
secret
for this
agent
movie.
beating people up. I'm all for that.
Yes.
I like the colors.
Yes.
That
Yeah,
looks
the
really-
like stylization of it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I don't know.
Yes.
Anyways, that's it.
Yes.
Let's talk about personal shopper for just 20 more minutes.
Okay, well, all right. Movie that I wish was coming out next month because I really want to see it because I'm very curious, and obviously we're done with this stuff, but and I just Ingrid Goes West. That looks really good. I really want to watch that, but
does
it
that
doesn't come
come
out
out?
till August, I think. I don't know.
I think it might be August. Yeah. The first time I saw a trailer for that, I was like, that looks fucking dumb. But as I see the trailer again and I see the different version of the trailer, I'm like, no, that might be good.
Yeah, this movie, Aubrey Plaza vehicle movie, where I guess the trailer doesn't really explain anything until the second trailer, where it explains like she's sort of kind of a crazy person, and it's sort of this the sort of movie like this character kind of just does shit. But
it looks like she goes undercover at some point or something.
I don't know.
know.
It looks fascinating. But anyways,
It's put out by that's Neon too.
Yes,
isn't
the
it?
Neon
And
joint.
Neon's done Colossal and Bad Batch, 2 movies.
Two
that-
great movies.
man, I
Colossal's
really
my
like
favorite
Bad
of the year so far. Still, I love that movie. Wow.
I forgot.
Listen, buddy.
How could
Man.
it not be Cars 3?
Well, I haven't seen Cars 3 yet, so I can't really fairly put
Man.
it on.
I kind of want to watch Spider-Man. Anyways,
Oh yeah, we're seeing Spider-Man
Project
tonight.
Spider-Man. Like, I don't have the energy for this.
I hope it's good.
Maybe they'll have a Spider-Man themed drink at the bar, and then I can get 3 of those.
The weekend murderer. I don't know. Spider-Man. I don't know. Anyways, that's a pod. Yeah. July seems all right.
It has a lot of movies I'm excited for. I like.
I mean,
those monkeys.
Dawn is the one. Yeah, but Carrie doesn't care about the
I
monkeys.
like those monkeys.
Sorry.
I like Rooney Mara.
I hope Atomic
Oh,
Blonde's
yeah,
good.
Ghost Story. I'm excited for Ghost Story.
Oh yeah, Ghost Story. I'm probably just gonna go watch that. But I don't.
I'm excited for the return of Dawn.
Oh, never mind, Valerian. I'm fascinated. As someone who's fascinated by like things that were supposed to be a big thing and just disappeared, and then I'm like, oh, look at this fucking thing. They had like, look at all this marketing and fucking. I'm interested to see how Valerian.
Yeah,
does.
excited to get that fucking Snapchat photo of me.
Oh.
Oh man. Anyways,
Such great marketing.
I hope Valerian is enjoyable. That's a pod. Thank you so much for listening. I know we're supposed to do the whole follow me on this, but man, I'm not. Ryan, can you do that for us? Because I feel too much of a shill.
You can follow George at Twitter at
J Cruz Alvarez 26.
Yes. You can follow Carrie at.
Car Eat Wiles.
There's an underscore there. I am at Frying Pans. Karen and I both have WordPresses that we do not update with film stuff. I started working on a personal shopper thing. I was like halfway
Yeah,
through
tweet
it.
Ryan about personal shopper.
Oh,
And then
please.
just start a fucking obnoxious Twitter thread.
Tell me about why that movie's actually terrible.
Quit tweeting me to let Cillian Murphy out of my basement. I'm not going to. He's mine now.
Oh yeah, Dunkirk coming out. I forgot about that. I don't know.
We just talked about.
I know.
I
Wait,
every
Dunkirk's
movie
coming
we
out?
talked about. You're like,
Yeah.
what do you know?
Oh, excited for
Anyways.
Cars 3. Anyway, that's a pod. Thank you so much for listening. Go out there and watch a movie. I don't know. Interstellar was a good movie.